call a Travisism. You know, it's similar to quotes you find in a small book on the top of the back of the toilet.
Or painted on the ceiling of your dentist's office.
Or the framed inspirational poster in your boss's office, you know, with the cat, one arm, hang in there.
I'm Ben.
And I am Todd.
And I'm Brian. And this evening, the three of us are going to take you on a little journey to celebrate the man, the myth, the legend, Travis Sowas.
You need to frame that.
And that's it, right? The picture says it all. So Travis.
All right, so my first real memory of hanging out with Travis was at the Heritage High School library. It was waiting between school and driver's ed like 22 years ago, maybe I'm doing my math wrong. And this is where I was introduced to the side-splitting laughter that I'm sure everybody in this room has experienced many times at the hands of this man. From there, I've had the pleasure of trying to maintain my composure while we would take part in a wide variety of tasks. This includes mountain biking, airsoft outings, rolling silverware for all 3 floors of the melting pot until about 1 a.m. every Friday and Saturday when we were in high school. We've seen concerts ranging from Sting to Outkast to Armin van Buuren, skiing, snowboarding, taking road trips together, putting together epic DJ sets, although his are way more epic than mine. And I can keep going, and you get kind of glassy. I'm not going to keep going, but there's a lot. And so, to put it simply, Travis is the man. And while I can't recall the specifics of any particular joke along the way, and trust me, you don't want to hear me try to recreate these jokes. What has held true the entire time is that Travis has such a unique perspective on pretty much everything. He has this ability to look at the exact same thing that I'm looking at and fire off one comment that not only makes me laugh hysterically, but at the same time makes me see something new in a situation I thought I already had figured out. While this trait is mostly used for hilarious one-liners, some of the times I have cherished the most are when we have had more serious conversations about the same world which supplies so much content for the jokes. His insightfulness, his careful judgment, and his kindness shine through, particularly in those circumstances. But there's one caveat. He has to be in the mood to shift into that gear. And when he's not, you come to him with something like, "Hey man, I'm thinking about quitting my job and I need some advice." Buckle in for a Travisism. In the neighborhood of, "It is what it is," or, "Well, just catch as catch can." Moving on to the next topic of conversation, or maybe heading back to the bar for another whiskey. But in all seriousness, Travis has made me a better, more thoughtful, marginally funnier person as a result of simply just being around him. And I consider myself so lucky to have had that influence rub off on me for the past 22 years. Once Maggie entered the picture, I knew instantly that they were a great match for one another. It's amazing to watch two people come together and enjoy the same things that get them out of bed in the morning. And by that I mean 5 a.m. CrossFit. Just this week we were chatting with Travis, and he remarked that he's so lucky to marry his best friend today. And that shared love of life and one another is apparent every time we've had the pleasure to be with you both. And while all this is great and it's sentimental, there is just one other aspect of this man that I think can best be described via a story. Todd, over here, Travis and myself went mountain biking in Crested Butte a few years ago. And in order to skip a 4.5 mile, 2,000 vertical foot climb on our bikes, we took 2 cars and we shoveled the trail. And well, I'm sure Travis could have done this climb in, probably about an hour. It would have taken me roughly about 3 weeks. And it probably would have killed Todd. 3 of us ride this incredible trail. We complete this 3,000 foot descent and get back to the car at the bottom, at which point Travis pats his shorts pockets and he checks his backpack and he's like, turns to us and he goes, Guys, I left my keys in the car at the top. And so, since the right back at the top would have again killed Todd over here and taken me just short of a month, Travis jumps on his bike and he starts the slow 4.5 mile grind up this dirt road. And as Todd and I stand there just kind of bewildered in disbelief, we're watching him depart. And we turn to one another and we're just shaking our heads, and without missing a beat, Todd looks at me and he says,
It's a good thing he's funny. Not being happy with you. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Todd. I met Travis while at college at Western State. We were both on the fast track system of about 6 years. Believe it or not, I actually did meet Travis through video games. I knew him virtually before knowing him in real life. When I did get the pleasure of meeting him, we were actually at a house party, coincidentally both standing in line for the keg. I know. A tall, lanky figure behind me says, "Hey, are you Todd?" I said, "Yeah, who are you?" "Oh, I'm Travis." I said, "Oh, it's nice to meet you, man." And right then, it was my turn to turn around and pour the beer, and possibly the beer of my new acquaintance. And when I turned back around to do so, Travis had vanished into the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Travis the Myth. Regardless of our first encounter, Travis has a very inviting personality. His ability to connect and tailor his individual relationships with his friends and the people that he is close to is only one of the many great things about him. Knowing this, I'm confident that his relationship with Maggie would make anyone envious. Many of you guys may not know, but Travis has quite the impeccable memory for movie quotes, music lyrics. So here's a couple of things. We're pretty positive this fact directly correlates to his library of Travisisms. And secondly, that whatever words he used to woo Maggie were probably lyrics from a 1990s R&B track. Travis absolutely makes a commitment to his friends and family. He is the type of guy that will never say no, even if he does have a prior engagement. We call him Travis Double Books a Wash. So, folks, the trick is just to try to get him on the phone. The national average takes about 17 text messages and about 6 phone calls.
I mean, that's roughly like Comcast support, right?
So, unless you're Maggie or Wendy, his mother, I'll always answer those phone calls.
The myth.
He's looking at it today, he's like,
So on a weekend that he most likely double booked, a bunch of us went camping, and an inebriated Travis that completely refused to turn the volume down on his totally sweet Cozy 101 playlist. It was
Been there.
cold. We had been drinking all day, and we all finally packed into the camper to try to get some sleep. Only to be awoken by a slew of curse words and grumblings of anguish. I've never heard such torturous sounds. Brian, what was going on that night?
Well, Todd, that was a Charlie horse. Oh, shit. That was a Charlie horse, Todd. But thank you. Matt, you were there. That was Todd's first encounter sleeping in close proximity to me. Travis has been fortunate enough to have that same experience roughly 1,716 times. But I digress. So Travis and I met in high school, actually middle school art class, 24 short, maybe long years ago, I don't know, quite a while ago. We became close in high school, but our legacy was really cemented during our many adventures in Boulder, where Travis would come live with me during his breaks from Western, and boy, what a legacy we left. There are too many stories to recall here for all of you, but through our many adventures, I learned that Travis is one of the most honest, genuine, and absolutely fucking hilarious people you will ever meet in your entire life. We spent many hours listening to amazing music, solving all of the world's problems over an adult beverage or 10, and having entire conversations comprised of nothing but our endless collection of badass boob quotes. Without question, Travis has been the person that has had the greatest influence in my life, and I cannot thank him enough for introducing me to all of the life-changing things that he has over the years. He was my #1 cheerleader while I finished my bachelor's degree, and eventually my master's. Go Buffs! The music, folks, really? Let's be honest here. We have spent so many nights, mornings, days listening to amazing music. And honestly, there's only 2 words to describe it: life-changing. Thank you. But what makes Travis truly legendary is not his impact on the 3 of us, which has been immeasurable, or his unique ability to frequently play with his iPhone, yet somehow, miraculously, miss every phone call and text, except Maggie. Well, okay, scratch Maggie. Maybe Wendy. But instead, the way he touches each and every one lucky enough to meet him. When he's in a room with people he doesn't know, even if it's for 5 minutes or 5 hours, the entire dynamic of the room changes. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, you will suddenly hear bellowing laughter, and instantly you know that Travis is somewhere making new friends. Everyone always remembers their first time meeting Travis, whether it be Heritage High School Library, house party in Gunnison, middle school art class, because you immediately know that you have made a friend for life. I am truly humbled to be up here with these 2 amazing gentlemen honoring such a great friend. But Travis's legend grows even brighter with his best friend and now wife at his side. The first time I heard about Maggie, I suspected that he had met the person he would spend the rest of his life with. But after meeting Maggie for the first time, I knew my suspicions were correct. She truly is his other half, and brings Travis the same endless happiness that Travis has brought to so many others over the years. It was clear early on that we could see her in every situation that Travis enjoys, having fun, laughing right along with us, as long as she's in bed by 7. Fall asleep on the couch if not. Oh, by the way, Maggie, I don't know if you noticed, did you see my +1 outside?
He's a goat.
He's a goat. His name is Totes. He's right up there.
Totes for goats.
Really inside joke, by the way. Totes for goats, right outside. Anyway, Travis, you were very lucky to have a wonderful new family to share your indelible spirit. And one day you and Maggie will build your own beautiful family that all of us are truly thrilled to be a part of. Maggie, we know he will be an even better man, maybe less of a myth, TBD, but definitely more legendary as the years go on. We truly love you both. And to that, there's only one more thing we could possibly say. Whatever blows your hair back, bro! Cheers!
Cheers.